Hey guys, coming at you with the overhead view today. So the first pile is the Tower of the Holy Light and those like lavender and red earrings. The second pile is the Pearls of Wisdom Tarot and those rainbow topaz earrings. The second pile is those peacock earrings, and full disclosure, I actually use these earrings for that pile first, but then visually when I tried the picture, it wasn't looking too hot up. So I put those earrings thinking I could just replace them. But then I realized in the whole reading, these earrings are there. So pile 2, you actually have 2 earrings to choose from. Okay. Sorry, pile 3, right? It's these third eye earrings. And then pile 4, it's these earrings. Bust up. For those of you who don't like glitter and maybe a little quirky. All right. So pick your pile, do your thing, and I am going to be back with your reading. Royal family, welcome. And today we're asking about your person's thoughts and feelings for you. Now, we will get a significator for your person's energy generally and their energy towards you. Then we're going to look at their thoughts and feelings. We're going to look at what's happening in their life. We're going to look at what's happening on their spiritual journey. We're going to see what they want you to know. We'll get messages from their higher self and from their 3D self. We're going to see what's going to be their next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading. And then we're going to get advice from spirit. So let me just show you the boxes because sometimes it helps people pick the piles. So the first pile is the Tower of the Holy Light. And this lavender and ruby earring. The second pile is the Pearls of Wisdom Tarot, first edition. And this rainbow topaz earring. The third pile, full disclosure, is the Star Tarot. And then I actually used this earring for the reading because I'm recording this last actually. This third eye earring for the reading. And then when it was time to take the thumbnail, it just was not visually cohesive with the rest and wasn't doing it for me. So I said, okay, well, maybe I can just do a little switcheroo and switch it out for this earring. But then I realized that this earring is sitting on top of the piles the whole time. So pile 3, you have 2 choices, okay? And the fourth pile is a chrysalis tarot. And this earring, bust up. Isn't it cool? Right, so those are for those who don't like glitter and might be a little quirky. That might be a pile. All right, so do your thing. Pick a pile, and we're going to be back with your reading. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am the Pick a Card Empress. Some of you may know me from my other channel, Made for Love, where I channel messages for the Twin Flame Collective. But on this channel, we do pick a card readings that serve a broader audience, okay? So if you've not subscribed, please do. So if you chose the Tarot of the Holy Light and these beautiful kind of discordant colors, but kind of somehow work. Ruby red and this kind of lavender color. Okay, this is going to be your reading. And today we're asking, what are your person's current thoughts and feelings about you? And then we're going to go into other things, what's happening in their life, what they're experiencing on their soulmate journey or their twin flame journey. What do they want you to know? Messages from their 3D self, 5D self, and then their next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading. All right, so let's begin this reading. And we're going to start this reading by getting a significator, or rather 2 significators. for your person. One is going to be the energy generally, what they're vibrating in generally, and the other is going to be their energy towards you. Okay, all right, let's have a look, guys. All right, underneath the deck we have fair, right? So, and this looks like the trapped in fear card. I think it's from the psychic tarot. It's like very much the same card, right? It's a card number 18, and it's the moon, and the moon is about all subconscious programming or unconscious, the things that we don't want to face on a regular basis, on a conscious basis. So this person has a lot of programming and a lot of wounding that's keeping them trapped in a place, whether it's a place in their mind or it's a physical place, that they don't really want to be. Okay, all right, so their energy generally, but the overall energy is fair. We have homecoming, right? This feels like ascension energy. This feels like awakening energy, but it's like they're coming home to themselves. They're returning to their authentic self, who they really are. And that's because they're choosing their own happiness. Okay, they're choosing their own happiness. This is a card number 75, and 75 reduces to 12, and the 12 is all about the hangman, the higher perspective, right? So I feel an ascension journey that's happening here. I feeling like a coming home to yourself. I feel like looking deep within, a kind of hermiting vibe, even though there are two people in this pic. I feel it's a journey that they're doing alone but together with somebody, right? So for some of you, it might be twin flames, where there might be in a solo journey, but there's someone else that's assisting. The someone else can also be a karmic partner, because they do help us on our ascension journeys as well, right? And just in a more negative sense, all right? But this is them coming home to themselves and like facing their truths, facing their wounding. I think it's beautiful energy to be in. Let's see their energy towards you. Some of them, I just got the message, might be moving closer to you, or closer to the home that they grew up in. Sin and karma. All right, so this is someone who thinks they deserve to be punished. All right, so what we're picking up on is someone, they're looking back on the past, their past with you, because this is their energy towards you, right? They're looking back on their past with you, and they don't feel great about what they did there, what transpired between you guys. So it may have been someone who was sneaky, someone who was deceptive, someone who may have cheated on you. But it looks like, you see, they're now coming home to themselves. So it looks like someone who was fully disconnected from who they really were. And when we're disconnected from ourselves, Shakespeare talked about to thine own self be true, right? And there's a reason for that, because unless we're true to ourselves, we can't be true to other people. So this is someone who wasn't true to themselves, so they can be truthful to you. Or they can be truthful, and they can be true to you. Okay, so their loyalties may have been displaced, if there were any loyalties at all to anybody. I don't even think that this person was loyal to themselves. So now that they're looking back on the past from a more elevated perspective, because remember, they're getting the high perspective now. This is someone who grew up with a whole hell and damnation, punishment, programming paradigm in their head. And they think that if they get with you, it's only going to be, well, one, they think that they deserve to be punished. And part of their punishment might be not being able to physically be with you at this time. That's one. And they feel like they deserve it. But they also feel like if they do get with you, that karma is going to find their address, and whatever they did to you will also be done to them. For some of them, whatever they did to you has already been done to them, and they think that they deserve it. And because they think that they deserve it, they're staying in situations that they don't want to be in, but they think that, this is my punishment and I'm going to accept it. So one, for some of them, they're getting back whatever they put out there to the universe, and they think that they deserve it. And the others think that at some point in time they're going to get what they got, what they put out there, and they might get it from you, and then it might be devastating. So this is someone, damned if they do and damned if they don't. So they're not catch 22. Okay. So very, very stuck energies. Let's look at their thoughts and feelings for you at this time. And it's interesting that, we have here the purple and the red, because we're talking about higher realms and also grounded in 3D. So maybe that's what they're trying to balance at this time. Their higher understanding or their higher perspectives, and grounding that into their 3D life. That's what I feel is happening there. Or how to ground what they've already intuited into the 3D. Let's see what cards come out for their thoughts and feelings about you. Let's look at their thoughts and feelings. Underneath the deck, we have the Five of Swords, and that's, the card of mind games. But in this lineup that I've seen here, I feel this is your person giving themselves a mind fuck, right? This is them playing mind games with themselves right now. Okay, so after they finish playing mind games with people, now they're playing mind games with themselves and basically sabotaging themselves right now. Okay, let's look at their thoughts and feelings for you. I'm going to get 6 cards. Thoughts and feelings. All right, so we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and that's my abandonment card. This is Seven of Wands in reverse. That could talk about a lack of boundaries, but it could also talk about somebody who feels vulnerable or who may feel kind of helpless at this time. We have the Six of Wands. That could be a card of ego, and I feel like in this deck it is. In this lineup it is. We have Justice here. Lady Justice. We have Two of Wands in reverse, and for me, in my readings, Two of Wands in reverse goes to the Ace of Wands. And we have the Knight of Swords, Mr. Gemini. Want to come in with quick communication here. All right, what's happening here? Well, your person feels abandoned at this time, abandoned by you. But just like how we picked up here, they think that they deserve it. They think that this is their just desserts, because they are looking at what happened between you guys through the eyes of objectivity, no longer through the eyes of ego. And they can see how everything played out. They see now that they never really showed up for you and this connection. And in fact, you were the one that may have been abandoned by them. Okay? For some of you, this person may have ghosted you on numerous occasions. They may even be ghosting you now. But the reason that they might be ghosting you now is because I'm feeling a heavy energy of shame. And shame is an energy, once it gets hold of you, it can really drag you down and keep you in a place where you can really sabotage your life. Okay, so that's the energy of shame that I am feeling here. A shame for everything that they did to you in the past. And they're feeling very vulnerable, and they're feeling very helpless because they don't know how to make this right. In fact, the only way that they know how to make this right is to come and tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help them God. And I don't even know if they are ready for that, because I feel like this person was this character, the Knight of Swords in reverse previously. And the Knight of Swords in reverse is a pathological liar. So I think, once, as we talked about, as we said before, once you're not true to yourself, you can't be true to anybody else. I think this person was just telling everybody just a pack of lies. Just a pack of lies. And then, once you start weaving that web, right, you have to tell lies to cover the lies, right? So them coming towards you and trying to make things right, trying to restore balance here, trying to restore justice there, it's going to take some talking, it's going to take some doing, and it's going to take some revelation. And they're not even sure if they're able, or if they have enough energy, or if they have enough fortitude, right, to do that. But they're intuiting. That's what I'm getting. They are intuiting that this is the action that they need to take at this time, and this is the action that they need to take now. This is the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands about action we have to take now. It's not action that's wait. That's the wait, like the Ace of Pentacles. No, it's now. It's now. So they're intuiting that the only way to restore balance to this whole situation, the only way to restore balance to their psyche, because this is someone, they're down in the dumps right now, is to come and to tell you the whole truth. They have to make a clean breast of it. That's what Spirit is telling them. They have to make a clean breast of it. I feel like you had a very tumultuous relationship with this person, right? Where you guys may have been back and forth a lot, maybe ghosting each other a lot. And it's because I think both of you guys weren't being authentic, and the boundaries in this relationship was just pretty poor. They were pretty poor. I think everybody was kind of wrapped up in their ego. It's here, Six of Wands, wrapped up in their ego, and they really couldn't see that this person, this relationship was a gift from the universe. I think everybody was just kind of on guard, and they didn't allow the light of love in. I think more so on your person's side, because it looks like they were heavy in ego. But now that they're coming home to themselves and coming home to their own truths, there's this burden that they carry, and Spirit's letting them know the only way that you can release this burden is to make your heart as light as a feather here, right? Because that's what justice demands. That's the energy of Ma'at, right? Your heart has to be as light as a feather. And the only way to do that, we have to come to terms with what we've done, and seek forgiveness. Seek forgiveness. And be able to forgive ourselves. So, this is where they're at. It's like they know what they have to do, but it's a very vulnerable thing for them to do. I don't think this person's accustomed to vulnerability. I think they're accustomed to ego. And the universe asking them to tell you all and to reveal all is a very, very scary prospect. And they might even be putting it off by ghosting you at this time. Let's go a little deeper into their feelings for you. This is the emotional intelligence deck. I actually created this deck, actually. 116 cards of pure emotion. Underneath the deck, they had a 10. They know it's like that moment before you make that big move. All right, you're psyching yourself up. All right, I need to do this. I can do this. Oh my God, what is going to happen? You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how it's going to turn out. That's where they're at, guys. That's how they're feeling. It's energy at potential. It's not energy at rest. It's potential energy. All right. We have inventive. So they're trying to come up with a solution. Or some of them might be trying to come up with a story that might make sense to you. We have serene. I think a lot of them might be spending their time in meditative moments in stillness. Right? Just trying to get themselves balanced. We have empathetic. But I don't think it's just about empathy. I think it's empathic. Right? I think this person's really tapped in to you, to your emotions. And I think every time they think about how their actions or their words may have affected you, I think, there's that cringe feeling of shame inside where your tummy feels tight and you just feel like sinking into the floor. That's what they feel. Scared. Yeah. It's like a fear and shame and cringe. Like, why? Why did I do that? That's how they feel. Let's pull some cards on these and let's get some clarity. All right, let's see. Inventive. Right, we have the Knight of Wands. Right, they're trying to cook up a story here, guys, to make you understand why they were so non-committal in the first place, to make you understand why they were in and out of your life, why they may have involved other people in your relationship. So they're trying to make they're trying to make it make sense in their mind first before they come to you and try to make it make sense, right? And for some of them, they're just trying to find a way to, to follow their heart and to follow their passion and to take action, but not be totally burnt by the process, We have Serene. And we have Nine of Cups in reverse. I think that, they're trying to create peace in a lot of areas of their life. I think this person, I don't think they were just toxic with you. Once you don't have a proper relationship with yourself, right? And you're not a safe space for yourself, then you can't be a safe space for anybody else. And I feel like this person, they have all kind of shit going on. All kind of different fires all over that they need to put out, because it's not just you. Remember, it wasn't their problem, right? Well, part of it anyways. Wasn't their problem. And everywhere they went, they carried this issue. So they have fires that they need to out at work. They have fires that they need to put out with other people. They have to tell their truth to so many different people right now in order to make their heart as light as a feather. Okay? So they're trying to come to peace with themselves and why they do the things they do, why they are embroiled in so many different addictive practices, why they numb out, why they disassociate, and they realize that they were just looking for peace, and now they also realize that they have to create it within. The Six of Swords in reverse, and that's the card of hurt and pain, right? They only now logging into the fact. You see, as they reconnect with themselves, right? Remember, we can only reach and connect to others as far as we have reached and connected to ourselves. So now that they're reconnecting with themselves, they're having this homecoming, right? It's the energy of homecoming. Now they can truly understand how you feel. They couldn't before. They was just blocked. This person totally disconnected from their heart space. Their heart was on ice. So they're just totally numb. Right? So they can understand where you're coming from in terms of how you're feeling and all of that. They're only now understanding that because they're only now reconnecting to their emotional body. And they're scared that you're just going to choose something else. And you're going to choose someone else. That you're just going to take a leap of faith and say, you know what, fuck this. I'm going on my own journey. I want something new. They're afraid. So they're afraid to come forward towards you and do the thing that can maybe save this connection. And they're also afraid to lose you. At some points, they have to choose something, because the very thing that they're afraid of is exactly what's going to happen. You're just going to get fed up of this shit. And then you're just going to move on if you have not done so already. Let's look at what might be happening in their life. Like, apart from you, what else is happening in their life that may be impacting on their current state of mind, their current energy at this time? What's happening in their life? Because that homecoming card also feels like, finally facing your shit, finally facing your stuff, finally facing your baggage, not just carrying it around, but actually facing it. We have cruel intentions. All right, so what is this about? This is them realizing, well, one, they won't be in their best self, but two, because they won't be in their best self, they also attracted people who did not have their best interests at heart either. So they basically surrounded themselves. Their closest peeps are basically haters. They're seeing that now. Nobody has their best interests at heart. That's a rude awakening. Oh my God. All right, so we have heavy burden. So we're talking about the baggage here. So I feel like they're finally dealing with this. We have toxic masculinity. So that is a programming that they were operating out of. And toxic masculinity talks about, the domination of anything that is non-masculine. Okay, anything that is empathic, anything that is spiritual, the domination of it outside of yourself, right? Right? The domination of it outside of yourself, the ridiculing of it of anything like that outside of yourself, right? Or anything that is associated to the feminine, including persons who might identify as feminine, whether they're in a male or female body. So we're talking about, things like transphobia, homophobia, and there are masculine energies who hate feminine energy. They might like to fuck feminine energy, but they don't like feminine energy. They don't like women. They might like to screw women, but they don't like women. And it's all due to this toxic masculinity programming. They don't respect the energy of the feminine. And that's something that's been established through a lot of religious practices, a lot of all politics on policies, right? A lot of our cultural practices and our traditions. There's so many different institutions within society that also perpetuate this, right? And they're realizing that they were just acting it out, without any awareness, because it's a programming. And then we have transmuting generational change. So this toxic masculinity might be a transgenerational thing. It's just something that they learned, something that was modeled to them, and they took it for granted. This is the way of the world, and this is how things are conducted and run, right? So maybe your relationship was a power struggle with them trying to suppress or dominate you, right? In order to feel masculine man, whatever it is, right? Without even realizing what the hell they were doing. We'll pull some cards on these. And then we have Go Run Tell That, which is a card of, you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to live my life. I don't care. Right? Let the haters hate. Let the haters hate. All right. Let's pull some cards on this. Now, what is this heavy burden that they are dealing with right now? What's this heavy burden? We have the Five of Cups. All right. So your person, part of them being deep in ego, right, is to disassociate from their pain and their trauma. And it looks like there's a lot of pain and trauma that they've been carrying around since they were a child. And just projecting that outward until they had this wake-up call. Okay? They had this wake-up call. And that alarm, it said to log on. So maybe I had a class or something. It was telling me to log on. So now that your person's basically logged on, they've come online, right? They've awakened. They're dealing with all these different things, right? We have the Page of Swords in reverse. And the Page of Swords in reverse is a child that was silenced. Okay, something may have happened to them and they weren't allowed to speak about it. Or it's a child that their expression was stifled in a particular way, or something happened and, their development just got arrested. So your person, maybe they might be 35, 45, but emotionally or in terms of their communication, they may be 5 years old. So this is something that they are dealing with right now. Okay, so their chronological age and their emotional age, there might be a disconnect or this a mismatch. So this is something that they're dealing with. So they're dealing with this wounded inner child, and they're making the link between this wounded inner child and this toxic masculinity that they were putting out there. The bravado, the trying to be in control, trying to control people, trying to control their emotions, right? We have the Five of Swords, and they're seeing how toxic masculinity sabotage their relationships, sabotage their work experiences, sabotage their life, sabotage their relationships with their family, sabotage their romantic relationships. They're seeing it all now. It's all coming up. We have the moon in reverse. It's all coming up for healing. And Spirit is letting you know that this is something multi-generational, and your person is the equalizer, right? They are the one that is transmuting this energy. This is the magician here. Okay? This is the magician, the transmuter of energy. Okay? The manipulator of the elements. Right? They are the ones that's transmuting this, and they are practicing now self-mastery. So you're no longer acting unconsciously from your ego and your ego programming. You are consciously integrating those truths that are truly yours, that are authentically you, and not the truths or the programming from your ancestry that might be dysfunctional and obsolete and need to be thrown away. So now they go around tell that like they don't care. They don't care, okay? They are living their life, and they are determined to live a life of authenticity. We see it here with the Ace of Swords. Okay, I'm going to be authentic. I'm going to speak my truth. And who don't like it, know exactly what to do. Okay, they can F right off. So this is where your person is at. They are about truth, integrity, and they're about discovering who they truly are and what they truly believe. Okay, no longer just accepting the truths of their ancestry, carving out a new space for themselves. Okay, carving out a new foundation for themselves. This is exactly where they're at. What are they experiencing on their soulmate or twin flame journey right now? What are they experiencing on their soulmate or twin flame journey right now? This is my twin experience deck, also created by me. I have an interesting ability in where I can channel my pain into productive projects. And in the early part of my spiritual journey, I was in a lot of pain, and I produced a lot of decks. So this is one of those. And this is what light workers, and maybe all persons, I think all persons, because we're all light workers, whether we want to accept that or not, because we came from the light. We came from the light to do a particular thing here. Everybody has a purpose here. And I think that's what we all called to do. That, we will all go through pain in this life. In fact, that's why we're here, to experience this wide range and wide spectrum of emotions and states of being. We will all go through pain in this life. But when we are able to change that pain or turn that pain into beauty, that's when we're really learning a lot of lessons and gaining a lot of wisdom. So that's what I did. So underneath the deck, we have spiritual gifts. So I feel like, and we have devotion. So I feel that they are devoted to you, but I think they're also devoted and committed to themselves, which is beautiful. And we have spiritual gifts. So it looks like the intuition is really popping right now. All right, what are they experiencing on their twin flame or soulmate journey right now? We have reconciliation. And I feel like, when I usually when I see that card, it always talks about like reconciliation with your person. But I feel because we have that homecoming card, it's a reconciliation and a rediscovery of the true self. So it's the true shedding of the ego. We have feeling your emotions. I remember we got that empathic card, right? We have Capricorn energy. And Capricorn energy is about our achievements, especially our achievements in the world. But Capricorn energy is also about Saturn. And Saturn is a hard teacher, right? He's a hard teacher. Hard teacher. Right, so we have Capricorn energy here. So Saturn's energy, that energy of karma and lessons. And then we also have Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer. Okay, and the serpent has always been the bearer of knowledge and the bearer of light. So let us see what's coming through here. Let's pull some cards on these guys. I'll put that right there. No, I don't like it to look messy. Okay. Spirit, what's this reconciliation card? We have the Hermit. It's exactly what I was telling you. I didn't feel like it was a reconciliation with someone outside of themselves. This is them coming home to themselves. This is them making a journey. And then we have this, well, it looks like a serpent. It looks like a dragon at this person's feet here. And them recognizing that they can generate their own happiness, that they can generate their own light, that they have light, that they're connected to spirit. We have the dove here, which is the Holy Spirit. And then we have the halo at the background. So this is a person recognizing that they are a divine being. They are a divine being. Okay? They are master of their universe. And then we have the eye here open at the back. So their third eye is open. And we did see spiritual gifts. So there's spiritual gifts coming online. Now they can feel your emotions. And that reinforces for them that they have some kind of soul contract with you and that they are connected to you in the higher realms. Let's see this Capricorn card. It is a Tower of Destruction. Okay, so what's happening in their life right now? Well, Saturn is operating, right? They are having some kind of karmic return here. Okay, and everything that they have built whilst they were in that ego state is being disrupted right now, is being destroyed. So that could be love relationships, it could be a job, it could even be a home, whatever it is that they built during this ego phase. It's all being destroyed. This is the breaking down of the ego and the breaking down of their walls. They will never be the same again. And then from that deconstruction, because I see it says Tower of Destruction, but I saw Tower of Deconstruction, and it reminded me of a TikTok I was watching yesterday of like this body of former Christians, and the word that they're using for themselves is a Christian that's in deconstruction, where they are kind of breaking down the ideologies that they were exposed to, and really seeing some of, I'm not going to say false because I don't want to criticize anybody's religion, but certainly seeing where Christianity and the Christian God has been weaponized or repurposed for intentions other than good, where the Bible and other holy books too have been weaponized and used for spiritual abuse, right? So it's breaking down the programming, okay, stepping out of that brainwashing, and then from that distance you can now look back and say, okay, you know what, I resonate with this, I resonate with that. But you see this thing that you're telling me here about this God of destruction or whatever it is, and you should hate this one and hate that one, are not resonating with that, right? So it is about, aligning to the truths that are truly part of your authentic self and your being, right? And I feel like this is what's happening with your person, is them breaking down everything that they were taught, everything that they were programmed to believe, and then saying, okay, you know what, I resonate with this and I resonate with that, but don't tell me about that shit. Okay, so I feel this is what this focus card is about. Is them coming into their own knowledge and power. The Ace of Wands, right, is a spiritual awakening, a spiritual expansion. Okay, this is them planting their own seeds and moving with their own inspiration, their own counsel of light. Let's get some messages from your person. What do they want you to know right now? Let's get some messages from your person's higher self. Divine Counterparts in Separation. Again, also a deck I created that year. It was an interesting year for me. I think that's 2019. Yeah. 2019. Interesting year. Very productive. Very productive, very painful. All right. That's the year I started my first channel as well. Right, I know that this is a soul connection, so they want you to know that. Never doubt that. And for some of you, it is twin flame energy. But if they recognize an eternal bond that they just can't run from, and maybe they try to run from it. Okay, maybe all these different things that they got themselves involved in was trying to run from you and run from the intensity of what was happening with you guys. It says, I know there's secrets between us. I remember I told you that spirit is prompting this person to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, right? But they're like, me? I think they might be trying to figure out which parts they're going to tell and which parts they're going to keep to themselves. But spirit's saying, no, you have a covenant and a contract with this person, and it can only start on a clean slate, and you need to tell them the truth. Okay, so know that from the higher self wants you to know that this person knows that you are the one. There's no doubt in their mind. It is the energy that it's going to take and the sacrifices that it's going to require for them to come towards you. Yeah, they know that they are your emperor, that they are your counterpart. They know this. They're well aware, and they're accepting that this is their destiny. But I feel like your person right now, they feel like there's a measure of balance that they need to achieve within themselves before they come towards you. I feel part of that is procrastination too. but I think it's also something very prudent that they're doing, right? Creating that safe space for themselves, and then, trying to create the safe space within your connection. What does their 3D self want you to know? This rejection is actually divine protection. So maybe your person didn't choose you at first. Okay, and spirits let you know right now that is a damn good thing that they did, because you would have been going through the ringer, even worse with this person. Okay, they just weren't ready for a relationship. What does their 3D self want you to know? We have awakening. Definitely felt it from that first card, but it says here both people in this connection are undergoing spiritual transformation. So their 3D self wants you to know that they are going through this awakening process. They are undergoing a spiritual transformation right now. We picked up on it. Okay, so they're shedding a lot of old things and stepping into some new ideologies and new truths about themselves and about the world. But spirit is letting you know that they're not the only person that's undergoing this transformation. You are also, or you have also undergone a massive awakening as a result of meeting this person. We have glow slow. So I think this person right now, they want to take it easy. So when they come back, I think they might want to start off as friends. We did see that Page of Pentacles, right? They want to start off as friends and take time for you guys to get to know each other better, right? This is going to make them feel safe, creating that bond with you without the pressure of a romantic relationship. Okay, and Spirit is saying it's also prudent to take time to get to know each other better, right? Because I think you guys saw each other through the eyes of pain and the eyes of trauma. Now, Spirit is asking you guys to go slow and see each other through the eyes of love. Okay? What does their 3D self want you to know? That they're longing for you, okay? They're yearning for you. They want to be next to you. They want to be in your energy. There isn't a moment when they're not thinking about you. No matter what they might, portray in the 3D, this person's very connected to you. Yeah, they're going to take this leap of faith, right? And Spirit wants you to know that it is also safe for you to do what you are getting within your intuition. So some of you, you've already gotten the next steps from your guide's higher self, Spirit. And Spirit is saying, if you've gotten those next steps, it's time to do it, right? Don't listen to anybody else. Not me, not any other tarot reader, your parents or your family, nobody. You have to rely on your own intuition now, just as how this person is also learning to rely on their own counsel. Based on what we're seeing here, what can we expect will be this person's next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading? We have the Four of Wands, and that is stability. Also the Twin Flame card. We have the Hanged Man. We have Temperance in reverse. And we have the Four of Pentacles. Guys, I think that you might hear from this person. But it's just as Spirit said, I think they're going to reach out with the hand of friendship because their idea is to establish a stable foundation with you for when they're ready to take the next step. And I don't think they're ready to take the next step. And the reason why I say that is because we do have the Hangman here. I know he doesn't move. He is still going through an awakening process and still getting enlightenment. That's the first thing that tells me they're not going to take any action to move forward. They just want to be friends right now. The next thing is that this person's still pretty guarded. They're here in the Four of Pentacles. And that is an energy of self-preservation and self-protection. Right? So I don't think they're thinking about relationship. And the next thing is they're here in Temperance in reverse. Right? They're still a little kind of shaky. And there's a lot of shit that's still going on in their life. Right? So they need to really, as they said, get themselves into balance before they start talking about any kind of relationship thing. But right now, they really want to reconnect with you and they want to foster this safe space through friendship. What is the advice for you at this time? What's the advice for you at this time? We have purification, emotional cleaning, and emotional cleansing, and rejuvenation. Okay. So kind of clear energy card, right? And then we have Ganesha, clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. And I definitely feel that's the energy that was coming through. Like whatever was keeping you guys apart, this is Spirit removing that. Slowly but surely. Ganesha. One of the most worshipped deities in the Hindu pantheon has shown up in your reading today as an omen of good fortune. Yay! Whatever has thwarted your progress or prevented you from moving forward will soon be removed. An obstacle is cleared and you are free to move on. Your plans are now able to come to fruition. Know that everything happens for a reason. The blockages you have faced were in fact a blessing in disguise, an act of divine intervention. Timing and circumstance were previously not favorable, and your efforts would have only ended in disappointment and failure. Exactly what we were talking about today, right? The path is now clear and the timing is right. Your stars are in alignment. I think you guys are in alignment. And the message here is, I am protected and guided by a higher power. When the path is blocked, I take that as a sign to wait. I give thanks for divine intervention. When the path is clear, I move forward with ease. All that occurs or does not occur, you hear that? All that occurs and does not occur is for my highest good. Okay? So everything is happening for you, not to you. All right? All right, my love. So that was your reading. Thank you for staying with me through the whole length and breadth of it. Thank you for all the wonderful things that you do for this channel. Your likes, shares, subscribes, your comments. I'm just a loyalty to this channel. It really helps our community expand and grow. And I'm grateful. Thank you. Take care. Bye. Hey, pal, too, if you chose these, well, they look like rainbow topaz. These, well, fake rainbow topaz. And this is going to be your reading. Okay, so today we're asking about your person's thoughts and feelings for you at this time. So what we're going to do, we're going to get a significator for their current energy generally, then their current energy towards you. We will look at their thoughts and feelings. We'll see what's happening in your person's life right now. We'll see what's happening if they're on a soulmate twin flame journey. We're going to see what's happening there. We're going to get some messages from their higher self, messages from their 3D self, and then we're going to look at their potential actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading, okay? So let us get into this, guys. Underneath the deck, we have abuse. So we are tapping into someone who has been pretty traumatized, especially when they were a child. And there's a lot of programming and a lot of interesting narratives that they have downloaded from that experience that's affecting their own relationships today. For some of you, you might be able to watch Pile 3 because I think this card came out as the underlying energy in Pile 3, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's get a significator for this person's energy towards you at this time. We have centering. All right, so answer card number 81, which reduces to 9. So it is the energy of the Hermit. It is the energy of finding peace within. It's the energy of stillness. And as I said, stillness, I'm remembering something my dad said. You know, his latter years, he got really philosophical, and we will talk about a lot of spiritual things. I think maybe he was glad that he had somebody to finally talk to about all the little things that used to be floating around in his head. And he had a saying, well, he made it up, that the knowledge of knowingness can only be found in the stillness of the soul. So I think that's what your person's trying to figure out right now. They're listening to the stillness within their soul, within themselves, and tapping into their own intuition, their own sense of knowing, and trusting that. It is a card 81, as I said before, the vibration of 8, which is a strength card, and then the vibration of 1, which is about self-mastery. So find the strength within yourself to master yourself, to control your devices, to control and manage your emotions, to regulate yourself. This is what your person is doing right now, and they might be doing that through breath work, meditative exercises, mindfulness exercises, but definitely I get spending time alone. All right, so the energy towards you, so really trying to get themselves balanced. and the energy towards you is accountability, right? Taking accountability, this has come out in just about every pile, and it would, right? Because remember, you've been attracted to me through your own energy. We are vibrating together, we have aligned, right? So remember, when we do these general readings, spirit is also always going to show us the dominant energies. So this is a dominant energy of all people tapping into this pick-up pile. So you're going to see nuances in each pile, but you're going to find a lot of similarities too, because our energy, right, is what is attracting us to each other. Okay? So for this moment in time, where we are in vibrational alignment. So this accountability, so it's about looking at the past through different eyes. Okay, looking at the past not from a place of victimhood, but take it from a place of taking ownership for your part. Everybody brings shit into a relationship. You, viewer, you brought baggage into this relationship, right? They brought baggage into their relationship. You, viewer, you brought toxic ass habits into this relationship. They also brought toxic ass habits into this relationship. And maybe both of you guys thought you guys were the victim. But remember, it always takes two to make a toxic brew. There you go. It really does. It really does. So it's always good when we can really see ourselves objectively, own our shit, guys, because we all have it. Own our shit and really see how we can do better next time. So this is what I think your person's doing, right? Seeing where they may have misstepped and committing to themselves to do better next time and to do right by you. Now, this is a card number 46, the vibration of 4, which is the Emperor, and then the vibration of 6, which is the Lovers. So this person is also accepting as well that they are your person. Okay, they are your person. They aren't running from that information anymore. They're in acceptance of this. They are your person. Okay, and when they paint a picture of the future in their mind, you are right there alongside them, and there's a home in the back there. So this almost feels like the 10 of Pentacles card in tarot, where they're standing in front of a house and there's children, that kind of thing. This is how they see it. So when they paint a picture of the future, and this is something that they're creating, right? So they might be trying to manifest you. When they paint a picture of the future, they see you standing right beside them. That's energy. So they see you as their future. They see you as their legacy. They see you as the one. Okay. So that's beautiful energy to start with. Let's look at their thoughts and feelings. So we get an idea of their thoughts and feelings there. Let's go a little bit deeper with the tarot. Now, this is the Pearls of Wisdom deck, and this is the first edition, which is a pretty rare find. So maybe your person's realizing, Pal, too, that you are a rare find. Okay, and I think they think that you're very wise, as well. A lot of admiration coming through, for you. And we have here the High Priestess in reverse, right? So secrets about to be revealed. I don't think your person wants to keep secrets from you anymore. They want to tell all. They want you to know more about them, their life, where they came from, so that you can truly understand what happened between you guys. Okay? So I wouldn't say they're looking for sympathy, but I think they're looking for understanding and possibly compassion. Okay? All right, let's look at their thoughts and feelings. All right, so we have the Lovers in reverse, and that's about making a choice in love, right? And we got that already. We did. We have the Five of Wands reverse, and that is what I heard was forsaking all others. I've never gotten that word, those words with that card. Forsaking all. What the fuck? Sorry, guys. That went pretty far, guys. Oh, good Lord. Was it one? Yeah, I think it was just one. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And when I put a card there, there's some kind of, there's a mantra for, it's either a mantra or one of those self-guided meditations for abundance that always come on when like I do my Steve Noble meditation just before I go to bed. And somehow this abundance if I find it, I'll link it for you guys. This abundance meditation always comes on, and one of the lines is money comes to me effortlessly. And this is what I heard when I pulled this card, this Nine of Pentacles card. This is like an Ace of Pentacles card. It's in reverse though. And we have King of Pentacles in reverse. Alright, this makes sense. I feel like heart, head. And then we have the Six of Cups in reverse. Alright. Alright, so there's some conflicts within your person. Alright, so what are they thinking? What are their thoughts and feelings? Well, they think that you are their lover, their divine counterpart. So you guys can tell me that I was wearing my sweater on the wrong side. Anyways, maybe your person also made an incorrect decision. I'll change it after. I can't do that now. Anyways, yeah. So, yeah, they know that you are their counterpart. There's this. They have internalized this. There are no others. Remember, we heard that phrase, forsaken all others. They have forsaken all others. In their heart space, there's no one else. Okay, they have forsaken all others in the heart space. And in their heart space, what they see is they see an amazing, unique, spiritually connected, awakened, wise, independently wealthy human being, spirit, that is connected to the universe. They also see you as happy within yourself. They see you as aligned to the abundance of the universe, and they feel like everything happens effortlessly for you. And that may not have been the story your whole life, but certainly they see this as your story. Right now, money comes to you effortlessly. It's like the universe shows up for you. The universe supports you. The universe has your back, and they see you as something incredibly magical. They find that to be absolutely magical. It's like you don't do shit, and then everything just comes to you, right? So they find that very magical. But I see here that at this point in time, they don't feel like they have anything to offer. And for some of you, your person might even be in a bit of resistance where action is concerned. The knowing, they've gotten the knowing because remember, they've been listening to the stillness of their soul, right? So they have the knowledge of knowingness. So they know, right? This is not the issue. They know. The issue is the action. And I don't see this person taking action here. And it has something to do with their finances. I see this King of Pentacles is in reverse. So that's somebody financially unstable. But that is also somebody who's as jealous as fuck. So I feel like for some of you, your person, they're very possessive where you're concerned. So even though they are not showing up for you at this time in a Ace of Pentacles kind of way, they don't want you to be entertaining anybody else. They are very, and they might say protective, but they ain't protective. They're very possessive of you. Okay? For some of you, this person's with somebody else. I see someone here, the Six of Cups in reverse, which is a karmic soulmate. Okay, so for some of them, they are with somebody else, and that is one of the reasons why they're not showing up. And it also talks about, to spiritual seekers, may you find some of your answers within. And I feel like part of them being resistant to this path and maybe kind of trying to block out their intuition previously was because there was another relationship here in the mix. Okay, now if it's not another relationship, your person, because Six of Cups also talks about the family of your origin, right? So your childhood friends and family, right? So if it's not a third party, because you would know if it's a third party. If it's not a third party, it is toxic ass family members and friends. Okay, it's blocking, or was rather blocking, your person from really seeing who you truly were. So I feel for with this pile, your person may have had people talking in their ear and maybe spreading a lot of rumors about you. And I think for this person, at one point in time, external validation was all. So their peeps, their clique, not approving of you would have been a big blockage in this relationship. I don't feel like it's a big blockage right now. But what I do feel is that there might be another relationship here. Okay. And I do think they're toxic family members that may be still trying a thing. But your person has the knowledge of knowing this. Okay. They have the knowledge of knowing this. Right? They see your value. You are here as a Nine of Pentacles. They see your value. That ain't the problem. The problem is them finding value within themselves and recognizing that they deserve more and they deserve their heart's desire, and their heart's desire is you. Let's go a little deeper and pull some cards on this. I'm going to go into my emotional intelligence deck. We have hope. So, and that silly TikTok song started saying, "Cause I'm hopeful for today." Take this music, right? That was playing. Yeah, they're hopeful. All right, let's have a look. Let's see emotionally what's happening in their heart space. We have empowered. We have impatient. Yeah, they think they're gonna lose you. They think they've wasted enough time and that you are fed up of them. We have cheerful. I think you bring the sun into their life, you know. And we have contemplative. What is their next move? How do they get to you? How do they get to you? So I think that contemplative card talks about hermit mode for me. So I really think they're spending a lot of time alone. Storing up their strength, okay, because they know that they have to make moves. If they want you, if they want this vision that of love that they have received, they got to make moves and they have to create it, right? There's no kind of passivity that they can adopt to manifest this thing right now. They have to align and they have to take some kind of action. Let's put some cards on this. Spirit, what is this empowered card about? We got two cards. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse. So one of the ways in which they're empowering themselves is that they're no longer investing in people or things that, one, don't align with them, or people who abuse them or aren't for their highest good. Now, the Queen of Swords in reverse, she's cold, she's verbally abusive, and she's very bitter about life, very cynical. Okay? Their idea of happiness and love kind of weird and warped, right? Oopsie. Light went out. Yeah, the light went out in their life pretty early, maybe through trauma. Guys, give me 1 second here. The ring light was plugged into my comp, and my comp died. Okay, so let me just get this back. Let me get it back online. So I feel like you are responsible for like plugging them back into source energy. That's not quite the right lighting, is it? Okay, that's not bad. Yeah. Yeah. It's like you are responsible for like plugging them back into source energy. So this vibration here, they're no longer in alignment with that. They can no longer live in the dark. They can't stay in the cave, Pluto's cave. They can't stay in the cave. They have to move towards the light, and one of the ways that they're moving towards the light is by not investing in people who bring them down, cut them down, and who don't align with them. Okay, my comp is now starting up. All right. They are impatient. We have the Star card in reverse. And we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So they know right now they're meant to be facing their fears. They're meant to be doing a lot of healing. They know this because intuitively they've got that knowledge, but they're also impatient that they will take so long to do their healing. 1 second. Quite fine with the other piles. Well, the other piles are dead in the day anyways. I think this is the only night pile. Guys, I'm going to pause for a cause. Guys, I did a whole system update and all of that. Anyways, well, maybe this is what your person's having. Maybe they're having some sort of upgrade or something like that. And they know that it's going to serve this connection for that to happen. Okay? But they're afraid that by the time they really get to where they want to be, you'll be long gone. Let's see what's this cheerful card. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So for some of them, they already said goodbye to a third party. They may even be changing jobs at this time. And even though there might be a lot of tumultuous things happening in their life, the one thing that they're glad for is clarity. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Like they know where they're heading now. Like they know there's a peace that they find in the certainty. Even though that knowledge and that clarity is also again giving them the heebie-jeebies because now they have to make a choice. They have to take action. They're also glad to know like what their truth is, And let's see, contemplative. We have the Hanged Man in reverse, trying to figure out what is their next course of action. They've gotten all the downloads that they need. They've gotten the clarity. What is their next course of action right now? Okay, how do they unstick themselves from where they may be stuck at this time? Whether it's in the mind or whether it's with somebody else, or whether it's at a job or in a toxic family paradigm, whatever it is, they're trying to figure out what is my next move here. All right, what's happening in your person's life right now? What's this that popped out? Replay and write down family stories. So as I said, there might be some sort of narrative that they are trying to change within their ancestry here. Let's have a look. All right, we have the kids know. What do the kids know? Well, let's find out. What do the kids know? We have murderous thoughts. I think that came out for part 3, I think. Yeah, I didn't do the powers in sequence. We have a father. So some kind of father wound that's coming through. Maybe a person has anger issues, but it's kind of misplaced anger from some kind of relationship that they have with their father figure. We have blocked memories, yes. So some kind of repressed memory, some kind of trauma here. And what do we have here? Whoa. We have secret love child. All right, so some sort of infidelity may have happened here. Let's have a look at what's going on. Let me put this back in. Oh, good Lord. It's like a jack in the box. Like once things kind of pop out, it's difficult to go back in kind of way. All right, let's see what this murderous thoughts thing is all about. Spirit, what's that all about? Whoa. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. I think this came out in part 3. The Page of Swords in reverse, which is a child who was muzzled. Their expression, verbal expression, was repressed. Or this is a child who was not allowed to speak their truth, or if they spoke their truth, they were told that they were lying. As I said, lying. Knight of Swords in reverse, the pathological liar. So I feel like there's something that happened to your person as a child, and when they spoke out about it, they were branded as a liar. So some sort of trauma, some sort of abuse, and it might be connected to their father. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so some kind of toxic dynamic, like the father may have been present physically but absent emotionally, or wasn't there at all, and the mother energy was very abusive. Okay, because the mother may have had to play father and mother, and they were very abusive. So there's a father wound that is here, or like some kind of misuse of the masculine energy. And it looks like till this time, your person has basically kind of blocked this out, repressed these memories, repressed these emotions. And now with this ego death, we have the Six of Wands in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse. They are seeing the genesis of their lack of self-love and the genesis of all their codependent relationships and codependent habits. We have secret love child. Maybe your person was a secret love child, and there's a sense of rejection and abandonment that may have come with that. Okay, let's have a look. Knight of Cups in reverse was not shown love, was treated like an outsider. That's the word. An outsider. Six of Swords in reverse, and that really hurt them. Four of Cups in reverse. This is the genesis of their insecurities, the genesis of their pain. So this is what they're facing right now. It doesn't look like there's a much contention with other people. It's just them facing themselves and facing their own inner demons. What's happening right now on their twin flame or soulmate journey? So you might be on a soulmate journey with this person. For some of you, it might be a twin flame journey. Let's see what's happening. And this is my deck, this twin experience deck. Let's see what's happening on that journey right now. We have deception and we have hardcore. They might be connected to somebody or be in some relationship, and there's some sort of deception or sneakiness that might be going on there. What are they experiencing on their twin flame or soulmate journey right now? We have higher heart chakra, and that is a chakra of universal love and unity consciousness. We have healer, so your person might be a light worker, but I feel like this is a self-healer, someone who's healing themselves right now. We have a reconciliation. So it could be this is what they're thinking about, getting reconciled with you. And we have a heart chakra. So it looks like they're going through some sort of heart awakening at this time. Let's pull some cards on these guys. Let's see this higher heart. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. So the more that they log into universal intelligence and unity consciousness, is the more secure and stable they feel within themselves. They realize that security and stability is not about financial abundance or the things that they can acquire. It's about expansion. It's about evolution. It's recognizing that you're more than a body, right? That you're a soul, you're infinite. And they're finding a lot of comfort and joy in that. Let's see this healer card. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, healing all their pain. That's what they're doing right now. So they truly are on their own healing journey. And this reconciliation that they're going through is really a reconciliation within themselves, and it's rippling out to all their family members and all the people who are connected to them. So as they heal, you'll find little rifts in the family also being healed as well. So they're doing their work as a light worker, as a light warrior. Let's see heart chakra. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It looks like they may have been in a very harsh karmic cycle, but this harsh karmic cycle has done its job, meaning that it has helped precipitate this heart chakra awakening that your person is going through at this time. And as all this beautiful energy enters in your person and it's contained within their energy field, it's rippling out to everyone that they are connected to. Let's get some messages from your person. Let's start with their higher self. And this is the Divine Counterparts and Separation deck. Also a deck that I made. My first deck actually. What does your person's higher self want you to know right now? All right, we have I need some space. We definitely felt that, and they're not just they needed it, they're also taking it, right? I think they're spending a lot of time alone, and they're thinking about you. They're thinking about you. They're thinking about contacting you. They're thinking about making an offer to you, but they know that they need this time to heal, or else they'll manifest more of the same bullshit from last time. Yeah, I know that this is a soul connection. Yeah, they know that this is something heart to heart. They know that this is an eternal love. We have pride. So it looks like they're going through this ego death right now. They're being tempered by spirit. And you know you get tempered through the fire. So this ego is being broken down. You see kind of dissipating here. So they're going through this ego death right now. We saw it. Inner journey. They're on their own inner journey right now. They're doing their own healingness. They're trying to figure out who they are and where they want to go. I think before they were just purposeless, right? And then it says here, I wish I could be with you. And again, we see them alone up here getting the higher perspective. So this is where your person's at right now. They need this time, they need this space, and they're trying to figure things out, you know. Let's get some messages from your person's sweetie self. And this is Messages of Love Oracle by All Things Intuitive. We have addiction. And addiction is affecting this relationship. And no addictions, everything that we do when we don't love ourselves to disconnect from ourselves. So, it's all codependency. So it could be a relationship, it could be a habit, it could be programming. Okay? What do they want to let you know? And I think this is what they're trying to manage right now. Go slow, right? And they want to go slow. So when they reach out, they're going to reach out with a hand of friendship. And they really want you guys to really get to know each other this time. Because I don't think this is somebody new. This is not somebody that's new. I think this is someone that you're about to have like a second go around with. And this time they want to do it in a way that fosters friendship and intimacy. We have retreat. Time alone in nature will help you recharge. So I think that's what they're doing, and they want you to know right now they're retreating. And maybe you can feel them pulling back, but they need this time to recharge. This is someone who is incredibly overwhelmed. We have strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. I think that this is what they first felt about this connection, right? Maybe they kind of wrote you off from the beginning. Like, this is just going to be for a short time, not a long time. Maybe even slam ma'am, thank you ma'am kind of way. But now they realize it's something much, much deeper. And they're willing to invest in it. It's just that they need time. We have marriage. This relationship is moving towards a sacred union. So know that this person has serious intentions towards you, okay? They're not playing games. They're very serious about you. They're taking you very seriously. At this time, I think it's just that they need to do their own healing, their own soul searching. You've had that moment, right? You've had that time. And it looks like this is the journey that they're on right now. Okay? So based on what we're seeing here, guys, what can we expect will be this person's next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading? So we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. You're going to find out a lot more about them. And these are things that they're going to reveal because they want you to know who they truly are. We have the King of Swords in reverse. We have the Tower in reverse. And we have, what is that? The Moon in reverse. So whereas your person previously may have been non-communicative about what's really happening deep inside, and whereas they might have been very self-protective before, hiding behind their walls, hiding behind their mask, moving forward, you can expect them to be more open, more transparent. They're going to reveal a lot more things to you. Things that you may have intuited, but you didn't get confirmation of. They're going to tell you. They're going to share all their childhood memories. They just want you to understand who they really are. They want to be fully seen by you. Like full disclosure. And I feel they want to test you too, to see if you truly, truly love them. Will you accept them after they tell you all these things? Okay? All right. Let's get some advice for you moving forward. What's the advice for moving this connection forward? We have attachment, letting go, restriction, and fear. And attachment is all codependency. So this is what this person is doing. But Spirit is also saying, you need to be fearless too. Fearless in facing yourself. Fearless in facing your insecurities. Okay? Fearless in facing your fears. Fearless in facing your fears. All right. So we have Moonlight Goddess, repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. So this is exactly what your person's doing. So it looks like you guys are mirroring each other this time, or spirit wants you guys to be mirroring each other. And it's a card number 2, the High Priestess. Is it 2 I'm seeing there? Moonlight Goddess. Okay. Feeling, yeah, High Priestessy, but for Empressy also. The Moonlight Angel depicted on this card is here to reflect back to you the repressed emotions you have stored inside you. She's here to heal you through your dreams. But in order for this healing to take place, you must pour out your heart and express how you truly feel. And I feel that's what this person wants to do also. Do this for yourself and for others. So when this person comes forward and they're so open and honest, Spirit is saying, in order to foster that environment, you also need to be open and honest with them, right? Remember, all that you repress not only affects you, but it affects those around you, especially those you love the most. It is safe to acknowledge your feelings. It is all right to cry. Just surrender and let it go. You are surrounded by love and the healing energies of the goddess. You are eternally loved and eternally protected. In the coming month, you will reflect on the past. You will give thanks and let go of all the old hurts and disappointments. Only the loving memories will you keep inside your heart. Then once the chamber of your heart is yet again full of light, a new season begins, a new journey, a new joy, and a new passion. That's exactly what's happened for you guys. I told you, it's a do-over. Okay? But Spirit say you got to manifest it. And you can't manifest this if you have pain and repressed emotions still inside your heart. Okay? And the mantra here is, I give thanks for the healing that is taking place now in my life. I express all I feel honestly and lovingly, without fear or apprehension. I am safe, I am loved, I am one with the goddess, I am one with the earth and all creation. Spirit saying, Spirit got your back. Spirit has your back. There's absolutely nothing to fear. Okay? Alright, my love, so that was your reading. I hope that was helpful. Grateful for everything that you do for this channel. Please, if you can, subscribe. Put a full stop down below, an emoji, and whatever it is, it all helps with the algorithm and it helps our channel expand and grow. Likes, dislikes, it all helps. I'm grateful, and it's a beautiful energy exchange, not just for me, but please do it for any reader that you enjoy, because it keeps the free readings coming on YouTube. Okay? I'm love. Take care. Bye. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading. Now I'm just inserting this just in case you haven't watched the overhead view, just in case you haven't watched the intro, okay? You chose this earring, but when I recorded this pile initially, the earring that I used, because I did the thumbnail after, was actually this earring, this third eye earring, right? But when I did the lineup with the other parts, because I recorded them in so many different order, in a mixed up kind of order. When I finally did the thumbnail, visually it wasn't cohesive with the others. So in your reading, you're going to see this earring, but it is pile 3. Okay? All right, so I just thought I'll let you know that from in front. So if you want to choose another pile right now, you definitely can. All right? All right, so I'll see you in a bit. Hey guys, if you chose the Star Tarot and these third eye earrings, this is going to be your reading. So whilst I shuffle, now remember today we are asking about your person's thoughts and feelings, but we're also going to go into what's happening in their life right now, what they're experiencing on their soulmate or twin flame journey, their energy towards you, and what do they want you to know, that sort of thing. And those earrings there, they were actually a gift from my mom. Now my mom, She doesn't know anything about spirituality. She's a staunch Catholic. But as I told you, when I did make my decision to leave my job, to do this, she and my dad weren't too thrilled, but they did support me. So I was like, she said, I saw these earrings and I thought of you. So she doesn't know anything. I said, Mommy, those are third eye earrings. She's like, really? And she was so thrilled that she could have bought these earrings that really resonated with me. And I was so thrilled that she was listening to her intuition and actually bought them. So they're pretty special to me. All right, so we have remembrance. Remember thyself. Right, this is what they're doing right now. Your person is remembering who they are. And see, just as how I was so thrilled that my mom was listening to her intuition, this person is also listening to their intuition, and they're allowing themselves to be guided on the right path. They're also recognizing that all around them, they have been surrounded by blessings. And it's a big change in perspective for your person. We have card number 58 here, and 58 reduced to 13. Right, this is a big change in perspective, recognizing their blessings. I feel as someone who's accustomed to being a pessimist. The glass is always half empty, but now they're realizing it was half full or full all the time. They had all this love, all around them, all this joy, all around them that they just could not appreciate because it was so closed off. Okay, so this is a big shift, for them. Okay, so let us get a significator for your person's energy generally, and then we're going to get a significator for their energy towards you. Okay, let's have a look. So this is them generally, and we have a same message. Is a message of resurrection. Card number 79 reduces 16, which is the Tower. Yeah, they're having a wake-up call. That's exactly what they're having. 1 second, I just had to turn off my alarm, people. And that was my alarm to put in my eye drops, to see clearly. So your person, I'm seeing very clearly right now. Let's see their energy towards you. And we have the constellation of shattered dreams. Oh my. All right. So, in the constellation of shattered dreams, and it's a card number 12, which means the higher perspective. Your person is looking back on their past with you, and they are seeing their every misstep from the moment you guys met to the moment you guys were intimate, to the moment you had your falling out. They're seeing everything differently. They're seeing their part. I think this person is someone who was blaming it all on you. They're blaming it all on you. All on you. It's all your fault. If only you would do things their way. If only you would do things their way. If only you would listen to them. If only you would obey and obey. Obey them, respect them, respect them. Everything would be fine. But now they're saying, no, it's not. It would have never been fine because they were not okay. Their heart was numb. I feel for some of you guys, you might have to watch Power One, because I feel like it was the same message. It's like you created this heart awakening, right? Help brought them back to life. This feels like that spirit card that was on the Power One. So you need to watch Power One, Power 3, right? And then all this beautiful energy being able to come into them. Their heart was closed before, but you revived it. You knocked down all their walls. Okay, this is a tower. You created a tower moment in their life, and now that they don't have those barriers to hide behind, they can truly see their life. They can truly see you, and they can truly see you guys' relationship, and everything that happened there, objectively. Okay, and they're just seeing one misstep after the other. This person thinks that they have lost you. They think that they have lost you, and now as they look back, they're seeing why. Let's put these here. Oops. Right. Let's go into this person's current thoughts and feelings about you. We have the Ten of Swords. Well, they're in pain, and they're allowing themselves to feel for the first time in a very long time. And as I told you, they think that it's over. They think that you have had enough of them and their shenanigans, and it's over. But this is breaking their heart. This is breaking that. They're shattering their heart, opening their heart, and because it's opening their heart, all this beautiful high vibrational energy can now come through, because I told you their heart was closed, hard like stone, right? And now you have just cracked it open, and it's all this high vibrational energy they're having. It's an awakening. Look at here. Look, all the chakra colors here. It is an awakening that they're having. For some of you, your person may have previously dated someone of the opposite sex or gender, and or gender, and you guys may have same sex, same gender relationship. Okay, so this is also them like accepting themselves, coming out of the proverbial closet. Okay, and allowing that awareness of themselves to actually enter into their psyche, because maybe previously they would not have even entertained the thought that this might be their life, or you might be their partner, because they had such some kind of strong self-hatred going on. So that's the story for some of you guys. Let's see the current thoughts and feelings. We have the Knight of Cups. That is the proposal. Pisces energy. We have the Hierophant. That is marriage. But that's also spiritual lessons as well. And could also be traditional thinking. What card was this? We have the Ace of Cups. I'll take it because it did turn over. And then we have that rainbow energy again. But it's an awakening. We have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, living a lie. We have the Nine of Swords because they were afraid of other people's judgment. And we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Their current energy towards you. Well, they're in love. Okay, we're gonna put it like that. They are in love, and they're overflowing with this love. And this heart awakening is allowing them to see life and to see everybody and to see everything differently. It's like they look out the window now, and I know it seems fantastical, but the leaves are a different shade of green, and the grass looks different, and their neighbor looks different, and their family has seen their family in different ways. Like their whole lens through which they saw life has changed. They're seeing everything through the eyes of love. And this is someone who wants to and is thinking about committing to you. This is someone who is thinking about declaring the full of their feelings. This is someone who is or has stepped into self-love, and now they feel like they have enough to offer you. This is someone just radiating love right now, and it is because of this awakening. I feel like this row underneath here tells us about who they were previously. It was someone who was living a lie. Okay? Living a lie, absolutely, completely, with this Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords in reverse. And the Knight of Swords in reverse is the pathological liar. Now, when you're lying to yourself, you can't be truthful to anybody else. I mean, Shakespeare told us that, right? And that's exactly what this person was doing. Lying to themselves about who they were, who was their love, what they were interested in, what they wanted out of life. And it is because they were living life for the likes. They were living life for validation from their family members, validation from their co-workers, maybe even validation from you. So maybe you, even for you, they were trying to portray this false sense of self. But I think you saw through them. You saw through the mask, and maybe that's why they love you, but they're also intimidated by you, because you see them. You actually see them for who they are. They can't fool you, and they're always challenged to be more authentic and more transparent, right? And this person, deep down inside, even though it's annoying, they find it annoying, they love to be challenged, right? They love the challenge. They don't like easy street, even though easy street is where they have been inhabiting, right? So you challenge them to be more. You challenge them to show up in a different way. And they really enjoy that about you, because nobody else in their life does that. Everybody is busy kissing their bum, okay, and placating them. But you don't do that. You challenge them to be better, because you know that they can be better. You know that they are better deep inside. And as I told you, they had on this mask, and they were living this life of lies because they were afraid. They were afraid of being judged. They were afraid of being alone. They were afraid of being trapped. There's something about being imprisoned, about being trapped. But in the end, they trapped themselves in the mind, but they trapped themselves. I see this dark figure just here, or maybe it's the night. But to me, it looks like a dark figure from the perspective I'm seeing it. And maybe this person has a lot of things in their closet, not just them, right? A lot of different things in their closet. Things that they aren't proud of, things that they don't ever want you or anybody else to ever find out about. Those grave secrets, like me and my best friend talk about, those things that we will never tell another person, not even our best friends. We take it to the grave. So maybe they have some of those, and look, right in the middle here, we have a web. And that's the web of lies that they weave, and they just caught themselves. The only person that was caught up in that was them. So they're in love. They want to come and tell you about it. But it also means like they have to undo all these lies, pull it apart. I really feel that you guys have a nexus with Pal. One, because this is very much the same message. Let me pull a card on this Seven of Swords, but they're telling me to take it from this deck. Strange. Okay, not so strange. And again, I think we got this in part one. And it says introjection, and introjection is programming. It is just a person accepting beliefs, accepting truths without examining them. It is the truths of their ancestry, their family line, their culture, their tradition. They don't examine it, they just accept it as part of themselves. And because they were just accepting things as part of themselves without even examining it, they were able to live this life that was untrue to them. They never thought to examine, who am I really and what do I believe? Right? So all the truths of their family, their culture, their country, their nationality, their ethnicity, everything like that, their sexuality, sexual orientation, because it keeps coming back. They just accepted. They never thought to examine themselves. But when they met you, it's like they were triggered to examine all these beliefs that they had. Whether it's about different cultures or different races, and the rainbow keeps coming up. Maybe even about spirituality. And maybe they were so deep in this that they would make fun of other people who didn't believe the things that they did or walk the same path that they did. So now to put themselves out there is a big ask, because the world and the people in their world know them as another persona, may have even been present when they were making their jokes about other persons, and they're now realizing that they're part of that group, right? So now to put yourself out there after you've literally made fun of this marginalized group, I feel like a marginalized group, or maybe a group that's not in the mainstream, a marginalized group. It's kind of difficult, awkward, awkward. Yeah. So this is where they're at. They're in that interesting position of being the thing or the group that they ridiculed in the first place. So whether they used to call people with spiritual woo, or they had very, homophobic, transphobic views, or whatever it is, they're now part of that group. What are they gonna do now? Interesting. Okay. Let's get some more information. This is my emotional intelligence deck. And this is on my website, because people do ask, all right, they are disappointed. No, disappointed in what? Ooh. All right, we have codependent. Oh. We have thankful. Remember I talked about them being this energy of gratitude. I think this person's addicted to your energy. We have strong. And we have self-sabotaging. All right, let's pull some cards on this. What is this codependent card? We have the Three of Wands. And we have the Four of Cups in reverse. All right, your person may have taken their time to get to this point. Okay, and maybe they were procrastinating and they really didn't want to see this perspective, right? Because they already had a lot of insecurities about putting their own self, their real self out there, right? So I feel like for a long time, your person may have been in all sorts of weird situations just to avoid being judged by other people, right? So we're talking about a people pleaser, right? And if they have to deny self in order to continue to get the validation from others, that's what they were willing to do because this person is so insecure. And when you came into their life, you were a breath of fresh air, but you were also like this whirlwind, this tornado that just ripped their whole belief system apart. I don't think they had ever seen anyone like you who was so comfortable with being yourself. And this really made an impression on them because I think everybody in their life previously was also like them, very insecure and very much people pleaser, overcompensators, because just like them, all they wanted was external validation. Why are they thankful? We have the 4 wands. So for some of you guys, this person might be your twin flame or some sort of higher level soulmate, but they are glad that the ancestors, spirit, God, goddess, whatever you want to believe, brought you guys together because they're really seeing the whole world differently. So they're thankful that you were brought into their life. They're thankful for this fresh perspective. They feel so empowered where they were not empowered before. Okay, we have the Sun card in reverse. I think your person has not been happy for a very long time. Like truly happy. Truly, truly happy. They have not been happy for a very long time. I think they've felt disempowered for a very long time. Maybe since childhood. Okay? And maybe that egoic image that they put out there, it was just a cover up for just how unhappy they were. Let's see self-sabotaging. We have the High Priestess. Yeah, and the reason why they engaged in so many self-sabotaging behaviors is because they weren't listening to their intuition. And society teaches us not to listen to our intuition, right? And people who listen to their intuition, right, and they often identify with the feminine, right? Women's intuition, and everybody laughs, right? Society has taught us to really degrade and make fun of this intuition, that feeling in your gut. But now that they're reconnecting to themselves, they realize if they had listened to their intuition, they would never made half of the choices they've made thus far. So this is them reconnecting with the energy of the feminine. And because they're reconnecting with the energy of the feminine, it is bringing balance to that masculine energy, which is about action. So they're allowing the feminine to also inform the masculine. Okay? And that's why they're now being put on the right path, because both parts of themselves are coming into harmony with each other. It's no longer any kind of power struggle. It's no longer one side dominating the other. It is both working together harmoniously to guide this person on their path. What's happening in your person's life right now? I'm going to use this Family Feud deck. We have mental illness, so maybe they're not in the best place right now mentally. Let's see what's this is all about, if it pertains to them or somebody else around them. All right, we have time to cut them off. So your person's realizing that there's some people in their life that they need to leave behind. Okay, we're going to pull some cards on that. We'll see who they have to cut off. We have murderous thoughts. That's an interesting card. So I think there's somebody in your life that your person dislikes immensely. Let's put it like that. Dislikes immensely. I don't know what that is. I forgive myself. So we have the energy of self-forgiveness. And then we have something with sexual assault here. Okay. What a weird lineup. Alright, the first card we have is time to cut them off. Who are they trying to cut off here, Spirit? We have the strength card again. So they're trying to get the strength to cut somebody off. Who's that? The Lovers in reverse. Okay, so your person may have somebody else. Okay? And now they're realizing that they have to cut this person off. They have to gather that strength inside to cut this person off. Why? We have the Seven of Cups in reverse because they're finally getting clarity on who this person is, and this person is not in their corner. This person isn't their friend, this person isn't their lover. Not in their corner at all. We have murderous thoughts, sleeping with the enemy. We have the Page of Swords. Your person went snooping or something. And we have the Six of Swords. It looks like your person went snooping, and whatever they found made them very, very, very angry, and just made them finalize their decision to move on from where they're at. Now I'm looking at this card. We see the whales here, okay? And I'm getting really protective energy. It's orcas, right? And they're very protective, right? But look at the boat and look at the mummy in the boat. It's almost like those sea burials. So your person, whatever they found out there, whatever they found out is helping catalyze or speed up this transformation or resurrection process that your person is going through. It's like whatever they found out is what made them surrender completely to spirit. Let me see if I can find out what it is. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. That's them finally realizing, this, whatever they're in, this is not love. This is not for my highest good. It's toxic. It's an addiction. It's too codependent. Whatever they found out, Spirit's not telling us. So maybe it's different things. Okay, we have the Prince of Wands here, which is a player. So they may have found out that someone in their life was manipulating them or playing them. If they have an intimate partner, maybe that intimate partner had their hands in several cookie jars, if you know what I mean. Right? So this just let them say, okay, well, you know what? It really is time to move on. I forgive myself. So we have self-forgiveness. And this self-forgiveness is what's making this wheel turn. It's what's offering them this new opportunity, this new lease on life. Because when we're in the energy of guilt and shame, it's so low vibrating. It's so low vibrating. And we can do so many weird things when we feel guilty or when we feel shamed. And we just tend to stay there, right? And allow people to use us or allow people to walk all over us because we feel like, we have to make up for something that we've done. When your person now is it's now in self-forgiveness. And sometimes when we're in the energy of shame and embarrassment and guilt, we don't feel like we deserve happiness. But your person's realizing now that they deserve to be happy. Let's see what this card is, this rape card. We have a Queen of Cups in reverse. It looks like remember we saw that their heart was closed, basically almost dead at the beginning of the reading. It looks like their heart was closed due to, I feel like, some sort of sex abuse when they were a child. That's what's coming through. Some sex abuse, some kind of sexual transgression as a child. And that's what really closed their heart off in the first place. Okay? So there's something that happened there. And you know, when that happens to you, you carry around a lot of shame. And you tend to blame yourself for everything that happened. Right? So you don't deserve love. You think you're inherently a bad person, all those kinds of different things. Right? But now it's your person stepping into self-awareness, self-forgiveness, and recognizing that whatever happened to them here, you know, it was not their fault. So some major healing happening for your person right now. Let's see what your person's experiencing on their soulmate, or if some of you guys are twin flames, on their twin flame journey. This is my deck, the Twin Experience deck. Let's see what's happening on their twin flame or soulmate journey. Underneath the deck, we have spell work. So for some of them, there might be somebody in their life that might be trying to keep them bound, keep them stuck. And we also have dark night happening here. So they could be going through a dark night of the soul. Now, spell work, you know, spell work is about manipulating other people, right? Imposing on their free will. So it could be somebody in their life is trying to impose on their free will energetically. Let's see what this is all about. What are they experiencing on their twin flame or soulmate journey right now? We have yearning. Yeah, we definitely got that, right? Yearning to be in your energy, your presence. We have songs, so maybe they're getting synchronistic signs through music, the music that's playing on the radio, music that pops up for them on YouTube, that kind of thing. We have tarot readings. So for some of them, they're being led to watch tarot readings. This is how I got on my spiritual journey, on my twin flame journey, being led to tarot readings. I had no idea what the whole thing was about. And then we have unconditional love for self. Yep, we got that. Let's go a little deeper into these. Spirit, they're here in this energy of yearning. What's this about? We have the Justice card in reverse. Yeah, they wish they can do things. They wish they can turn back time, right? They wish they could turn back time. They wish they could do things differently. And they wish that, you know, this time that they could treat you different. That they could do everything all over. Like they could have a do-over with you, right? Because, you know, have a do-over with the knowledge that you are the one. Because I think this person, you see, because their heart was closed, they didn't recognize you. They couldn't value what you were trying to offer. Their soul, they didn't want that. Right? Their heart was closed. So they couldn't receive love and they couldn't give love. What's this Songs card? We have the 9 of Wands. And that talks about spiritual power. So I really do feel that your person, it's like they're opening up. Because they're opening up their heart, they're open to spirit. And they're getting a lot of signs about you. And those signs are telling them to fight for this love. We have yin yang. Yin yang right here. Let's see what these tarot readings are telling them. The moon. The tarot readings are helping them to do a lot of shadow work, one. And it's also helping them to trust their intuition. Because whatever they're getting intuitively, these tarot readings are also confirming it. Okay? So more and more they're learning to trust their intuition. What's this unconditional love for self card? We have the Two of Wands. Yeah, they're choosing a different path. And they're choosing a path that really resonates with who they are now, who they recognize themselves to be, who they've always been, but only now recognize themselves to be. This person wants to live the rest of their life being who they really are. They're tired of being somebody else. What does your person want you to know right now? Let's get some messages from their higher self, and then we're going to get some messages from their 3D self. This is also my deck, Divine Counterparts and Separation. The first deck, very first deck I created. We have life partners. Yeah, this is what they realize, that they were always meant to be with you, that you guys have always been together so many different lifetimes, and in this life it is much of the same. They're meant to be on this path that is going to be so fertile, so productive, yet challenging, but it's a path towards ascension. As a card number 11, so that's about balance and it's about justice. What do they want you to know right now? They want to be fair to you. Moving on to calm and water. So this is the same Six of Swords energy, maybe even Six of Cups energy, because it is water. So they do recognize you as a soulmate, and they want you to know that they are moving towards you. And they're moving towards you through the processing of their own emotions and experiences. So the more they work on themselves, is the more clear they become in their mind of who you are. We have the World. So that's them closing off a lot of toxic cycles in their life. For some of you, your person may have had a sex addiction, which makes sense with that rape card that we got from that other deck. It's pretty common for those persons who may have been sexually transgressed to be hypersexual when they're older. So maybe that's the journey that they've been on, but they're closing off these cycles. And they're trusting the universe, and they're trusting in this connection, and they're trusting in you with the trust of a child. They know that you are their counterparts. They know. Okay, I think they know this on a conscious level. We're not even talking subconsciously. On a conscious level, they know who you are. Everything just kind of makes sense, because everything started going wonky when you stepped into their life. Well, went wonky, went right when you stepped into their life. Let's get some messages from their 3D self. Underneath the deck, we have release. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. And I think that's what they're doing right now. Radical acceptance of their situation, radical acceptance of themselves, is allowing them to release a lot of things and a lot of people from their life. It says play hard, find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. So this is what they want to do. They want to spend more time with you, get to know you, bring back that energy of joy into your relationship. If you guys have had a a kind of heavy period, okay, and just reconnect with you and just be in each other's energy. What else do they want you to know? We have strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. And that's what I think this is what they thought this was in the beginning. Remember, they were only operating out of their sacral chakra. Okay. So I think they wrote this connection off as as strictly sexual. That's all there is. It can never last. It can't stand the test of time. But here they are, still thinking about you, still wanting you, and going through this very profound spiritual experience. We have forgiveness. Yeah, we got that already. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. So this is what they're working on, forgiving themselves. And they're hoping also that you'll be able to forgive them for the part that they played in, it looks like, the destruction of your connection. What else do they want you to know? We have integrity. Does this situation align with your values and morals? And I think this is what they're asking themselves with everything in their life and with everybody in their life. Do they align to my truths? Do they align to my principles? Okay? Do they fit into my whole framework through which I'm now looking at the world? And if they don't, your person is just letting it go, let it go. That's exactly what they're doing. They're just letting it go. Alright, guys. So based on what we're seeing here today, what can we expect will be this person's next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading? We have the Ace of Wands, and that is an action card. But that's also a spiritual action card. We have the Four of Swords reverse, also an action card. We have the Devil in reverse, also an action card. And we have the King of Swords. All right, brace yourself for a big convo. Right? It's a tell-all. They're going to do it as diplomatically as they can. There's a big offer that they want to make to you. Look at the size of this pentacle here. Where else have you seen a pentacle this big on a King of Swords card? A pentacle on a King of Swords card, right? Doesn't happen. So yeah, they're coming to make this big offer, and they want you to know. They want you to feel how stable and how different they are, okay? Because they have really changed, right? They're really grounded in their authentic energy. They're releasing a lot of codependent ties. For a lot of them, they're working on their addictions. And they know what they want. And apparently they want you. And they're coming. They're coming. What's the advice for you in this situation? What's the advice for you in this situation? We have perception. It says beyond the veil of illusion. So Spirit saying, look beyond the 3D, right, to see the truth. Advice for you in this situation. Eternal love. Yeah, this is what it is. Card number 24, which reduces to 6, which is the Lovers. It says happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. All right, let's see what this is about, guys. Something is resolved soon. So a new page is turned as concerns you have dissolved and give way to a period of sunshine. A time to relax and enjoy life, free of the worry and doubt that have cast a grey shadow over your life for the past few weeks. During the coming month or so, try to spend some time in nature. Allow yourself to reconnect with Gaia's nurturing and healing power. Immerse and surround yourself in her natural beauty, for she will help restore your balance, harmonize your energy centers, and replenish your body, mind, and spirit. It may be difficult for you to switch off at first, but after a few days, as your thoughts slow down, you will settle into a new and more relaxed rhythm. Make the most of the opportunity while you can. And the mantra here is, I'm physically and emotionally connected to the healing power of Mother Earth. I surround myself with her beauty and feel a deep sense of peace. I am free of worry. Each day I grow stronger and more relaxed. My life is in perfect balance. So Spirit is saying right now you need to focus on grounding your own energy, right? This is happening. This is happening. Okay? This person's coming, right? But Spirit is saying right now you need to kind of replenish yourself. So for some of you guys, you need to go on a vacation, okay? You need a rest, right? Just kind of disconnect and spend time in nature. It's beautiful weather most places in the world, right? So get out there and just walk and soak in some sunshine if you can, and look at the flowers and the greenery and just marvel at the beauty of the universe. Because we live on a beautiful planet, guys. All right, my love, so that was your reading. I hope that was helpful. Please subscribe if you've not subscribed already, or make a comment down below, or put a full stop below, an emoji below, right? The comments really help with the algorithm. Dislikes help with the algorithm. Likes help with the algorithm. And that helps our community expand and grow. If you can go further, interact with the ads, or purchase extenders where extenders are offered. That's beautiful energy exchange for me. All right, guys, take care. Bye. Hey, Paul, for if you chose the bus stop earrings, this is going to be a reading. And maybe there's a message in that. Maybe somebody just is trying to decide like whether to stay or whether to go, whether to move on or whether to stay where they are, or they're not getting the green light for something. All right, we're gonna see when we start tapping into your person's energy. So how we're gonna begin this reading? We're gonna get a significator for your person's energy. Put some clarity here as well. Your person's energy towards you. Your person's energy generally. We're gonna get a significator for that, and then we're gonna get a significator for your person's energy towards you at this time. So we have the undoer. So they are under some deconstruction here. They might be undergoing some kind of ego death, because there's a breaking down of walls that's happening, and they have connected this tall moment in their life, because this is what it feels like, this tall moment in their life with you. Somehow you have something to do with this tall moment that they're going through here, this ego that they're going through, right? They see like you have come into their life and you destroyed everything. You destroyed their programming. You destroyed their philosophies. You just made them question everything and everyone. And maybe they'll be grateful for it in the end. But right now, they kind of resent you. Whoa. So this is a card for their energy generally. Yeah, moving towards the light, no doubt about it. An awakening process is happening with your person here. It's a card number 77, and your 7 is always a number of the divine. And even in the tarot, 7 is the chariot, which is about moving on, right? Moving on, being on your purpose, on your path. It's you coming into unity with yourself. Because if we think about the Chariot card in the tarot. It is light and shadow. It is being on the same page. It's coming into unity with yourself, masculine and feminine energy, working together, the mind and the heart in alignment, everything in alignment, and that's how you're able to move forward. So it's the same thing with this person. This deconstruction you've done has allowed everything to come into alignment, and now they're able to move forward and move towards the light. This is their awakening that's happening here. And we've seen it in just about all the piles. Yeah, leave it up there. Just about all the piles that we've been through. This is their awakening process. So they're allowing themselves to be guided, spirit guides, ancestors, and moving towards the light. Now, the energy towards you, we have intuition. All right, so listen, this person is dreaming about you. They're having some lucid dreams. They may even have encounters with you, astral projecting to them. You are always connected to them, always in their thoughts, and they are connecting with you on a deep spiritual and psychic level. They recognize that this is no ordinary connection, okay, because they've never experienced this with any other partner or anybody else in their life. And that's a very powerful thing. When we think about the parent-child connection, okay, so they could have children, and they're definitely the child of someone, right? When we think about how close we are, or we may not be with our siblings or with our best friend, right? How intense those connections are, and yet this surpasses all of that, right? So they have to take a sit. They have to sit down. Right? They have to sit down, right? They have to sit down for this. But they see you guys as having a psychic connection. They see you guys as being lovers. We have the vibration of 6 here, right? Which is the lovers. And then we have the vibration of 4, which is the Empress. So they're recognizing themselves as well as your divine counterpart. They have not experienced this with anyone in their life. I think it's a bit disorienting. But because now their crown chakra has opened up and their third eye has opened up, they're receiving the messages from you. I think they're feeling your energy. This could be a twin flame connection, because I did notice that I took this twin flame crystal and I put it there. So for some of you, you're definitely on a twin flame journey. But if you're not, it's a higher level soulmate journey for sure, where it's not just a romantic thing. It is about the spiritual connect that exists between you guys. They feel you very, very deeply. Okay? All right. So that having been established, and this is beautiful energy we're seeing here. So maybe this bust up card, or maybe you've been waiting on them. Is that maybe this bust up card is about them having a lot of start and stops in their life. Well, not in their life. Well, maybe in their life. But maybe in this connection, maybe you just couldn't really get off the ground. Maybe there was always an interruption, always some kind of impasse that was happening. We have 10 of Cups. So this is how they see you, as this emotional fulfillment, happiness. I don't think they ever envisioned that they would meet someone that complements them so beautifully, that could bring so much wonderful joy and peace into their life, that they could feel this big heart connect with. I don't think that they ever imagined that. 1 second. All right. So let's have a look at their thoughts and feelings for you at this time. So we go into the tarot, and let me get 6 cards here, and let's see what their current thoughts and feelings. But this is beautiful, high vibrational energy that we are tapping into right now. So reading didn't start off on the best foot. Maybe this connection didn't start off on the best foot, right? But they are moving into this lovely energy. And we have here the Chariot yet again. So definitely, because they're coming into alignment with themselves, they're also coming into alignment with you. And there is this push forward that's happening, not just for them, but also for this connection. Beautiful. So for this pile, Cancer energy being featured very strongly in every aspect. In the sevens, with that intuition there, very strongly. All right, let's see their thoughts and feelings here. All right, so we have the Watcher in reverse. That's Queen of Cups in reverse. So Cancer starting out the reading. But in my readings, all court cards that are in reverse are karmic energies. So this looks like this is a karmic energy. Whether it was a karmic energy embodied by a person, or if they have someone around them that's embodying that energy, we have the Ace of Wands. And I think this is what we're talking about when we say that this connection, I'm saying it now because I'm going to forget. This connection started off on the wrong foot. When you met this person, know that they had a massive heart wall up. And we saw you taking down that heart wall, right? But they had a massive heart wall up where love did not go out and love couldn't come in. Okay, their heart was closed. Their heart was shut down. All they were interested is banging the daylights out of you, or you banging the daylights out of them. They were just interested in sex. Look, we have it here. Sex, sex, sex. Sex, sex, sex. But now it looks like, because they've been doing so much healing and remembering who they are, we have the elephant featured here. You know, the elephant never forgets, right? And remembering who they are as a divine being, right? There is a spiritual awakening that's also happening for them right now. Okay, so it didn't start off on the best. Queen of Cups in reverse. And the Queen of Cups in reverse, you know, they're naturally very intuitive and very emotionally open. But when that gets skewed or distorted, they can use their perception and they can use their intuition to control and manipulate people. Right? So I feel like that's what your person was doing, trying to control and manipulate you emotionally. Okay, emotionally. Right? But it's because their heart was closed. Whether through trauma, most likely through trauma, abuse. Let's get some cards. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse, right? So underneath the deck was upright, now it's here. It's in reverse. I think they're telling us why your person's heart was closed. Your person's heart was closed due to a survival mechanism. They grew up in a really crazy ass household. We see it here with the Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay, so just for a person to survive, they couldn't feel. Because if they felt, they would feel too much. And if they felt too much, they would get overwhelmed. And if they got overwhelmed, they would crash. Their hard drive would crash. So this is why they turned their heart off. It is because they grew up in this toxicity, where it looks like people were very unregulated. All kind of crazy shit was happening, especially emotionally. Might have been a lot of emotional abuse or whatever kind of abuse. There's something going on here in their family. So a person, they had to shut down. So this that's happening to them is really a return, like Enigma, a return to innocence, a return to who they were originally before they had to modify themselves in order to survive. Okay, so we're talking about, you know, they have genetically modified food, right? Well, this is a spiritually modified person that's returning now to wholeness. Okay, we have the Chariot coming out yet again, and it says the hunter, but this is someone hunting for the happiness. And it, you know, I said I was going to take 6 cards, but 7 cards came out. Are we surprised? No, we are not. 4 of Cups in reverse, that's a card of insecurities. And we have the Sojourner in reverse. We have the King of Cups in reverse, who is the covert narcissist. All right, so both King and Queen in reverse. So that what that tells me is that if you feel that this person was the only person that had a heart wall up or big defenses up when you guys met, that's a lie. You are also or were also mirroring this person. Both of your heart was shut down. Both of you. Your heart was shut down. Okay? So whilst you may have been fooling yourself that your heart is open and you're offering love and you love this person, no. What you were feeling at that time was attachment because your heart was also closed. And you guys' heart will also close, not just as a survival mechanism, but because you guys had a lot of insecurities, again, from growing up in a particular household. Okay, and having certain experiences that initial experience of being in that household attracted to you. So we had the like foundational trauma, and then the foundational trauma being so embedded in your energy and your psyche, that's sending out a vibration, attracting even more trauma to yourself. Okay? So both of you guys, high walls up when you guys met. So you guys didn't really get to know each other intimately. You got to know the facade. And maybe you guys were transparent to a point. Right? But the real deal, what lies underneath the surface, I don't think you guys got there. You guys didn't get there. Anyways, your person is in hot pursuit of you. And they're in hot pursuit now because now that they're having a heart awakening, they are able to receive love. They're able to appreciate love. They're able to identify love when it is being given to them. When your heart is closed, you can't even identify love. They may have seen your love as some kind of manipulation, some kind of control. Lord knows how that was interpreted because it was being filtered through a mind that was skewed and a heart that was closed. So Lord knows how your actions towards them were interpreted at that time, right? But they saw your love as a threat or an attempt to control and trap them. But now they're seeing things differently. Now they're seeing what you truly have to offer. Now they can really appreciate what you truly have to offer. Like, there's something that they say in my country sometimes, like, if you're accustomed to giving a dog water, the moment that you give it milk, it's going to vomit. So sometimes when we're accustomed getting like the bare minimum, right? The minute that we get more, or we get something that's more nutritious and nourishing, we kind of reject it because it's not the vibration of what we're used to. So that was your person. They're accustomed to love looking a certain way, feeling a certain way, trauma, right? Feeling a certain way, doing a certain thing, whatever it is. And they didn't recognize what you were offering was love. Because for them, love is toxic love, right? Toxic love, jealousy, possession, fighting, and it's push and pull and running. You know the whole drama. But now they're truly seeing what love is. Love liberates. Love liberates. It allows them to be themselves. It allows them to choose their own path. It truly is patient and kind. It truly is patient and kind. Love is not just this sex thing that they're feeling. There's some sound that's coming through. Give yourself to me. Something about what your heart's not open. Oh God, I can't even sing it. What song is this? 1 second, guys. 1 second. You know it'll drive me mad if I can't identify this thing. Guys, would you believe it's Frozen by Madonna? You're frozen when your heart's not open, right? So it dovetails with exactly what we're hearing. I was like, these days I can remember some of the lyrics, but I can't remember who sang them. Right, so you're frozen when your heart's not open. So look at that. Look at those lyrics because I think it's definitely going to tie in nicely with what we're getting from this reading. We're getting someone whose heart was shut down. You just took a defibrillator and just gave them a jump start there. Okay, all right. Let's get some more info. I'm gonna go into my emotional intelligence deck that I created. It's also available on my website. Let's take a closer look at your person's heart space. Underneath the deck, we have joy. So now they have a heart filled with joy. This is beautiful energy, guys. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. We have angry. So we're going to find out why they're angry. But I feel like angry at themselves. Like that they couldn't recognize you. Or they couldn't see you. It's like they were veiled. But as I said, you know, the heart is a gateway to the upper chakras. And if this heart is frozen, if this heart is frozen, and ain't no divine energy moving through this. No, it's not happening. We have free, and it's us telling you about love liberates, and this person feels free in the presence. They don't feel like relationships are a trap when it comes to you. Okay, I think they're keeping their cards close to their chest at this time, seeking their own counsel, or maybe the counsel of just one friend. And I think for a very long time, they were in some sort of stalemate energy. But I think they are moving out of that. There's just too much sevens in this reading for them not to be moving out of that. So let's pull some cards and clarify. Spirit, what is this angry about? What are they angry about here? The King of Swords. That they couldn't get clarity sooner. Right? Like they couldn't see things clearly before, right? That they didn't listen to their intuition and be the hero of their own story. This person was giving their power away to their own fears and maybe to other people, maybe in a people pleaser, so that their insecurities could be soothed by other people's validation. This free card, Two of Cups, is what your love has, I told you. This is what your love has done. Just free them from all kinds of programming and ideologies that kept them stuck. Stories about themselves, stories about life, stories about love. All these negative narratives that they had floating around. You free them from that. Now we have the Secret Service here. We have Four of Wands in reverse. For some of them, they may be with somebody else and planning a breakup, or they've already broken it off with this person, but they're keeping their cards close to their chest because I think this person wants time alone. They don't want to feel pressured to commit to somebody else very soon. So they're keeping their hearts really close. Yeah, something has ended. The Wheel of Fortune here. Something has ended. For some of them, they won the lottery. They've won the lottery and they don't want anyone to know. Yeah, Knight of Cups. They didn't know what to do about the love that they had in their heart brewing there, but now they know they have to fight for this love. If they want it, they have to fight for it. So they're moving out of that stalemate energy, and for most of you, you're going to hear from this person very soon. What's happening in this person's life right now? So we're picking up definitely spiritual awakening happening, no doubt about it. For some of them, definitely going through a breakup. But it's like a mental jailbreak, an emotional jailbreak is happening for this person. And whilst you might have jump-started that, they are seeing it through. You gave their heart a little jump start and Now they're just rolling with it. We have time to cut them off. I think this came out in pile 3. Time to cut them off. So they realize that there are people in their life they just have to cut out. Okay? That is not your daddy. All right. So, there could be some paternity issue that's finally sorted. Something is revealed here in terms of person's paternity. This could even suggest some sort of infidelity by a partner. Call me daddy. I don't know. A sugar daddy scene. I don't know. We have a family vacation. Maybe it's going to be revealed whilst your person is on vacation. We have a mental illness coming through. I don't know who has a mental health issue, but mental illness in this deck, talk about like an unmanaged mental health issue, because everybody got mental health issues, okay? And then we have some late night visits. I don't know, but you know what I heard? That's you though. Your late night visits to them in the astral. Let's see if this is not your daddy card, because this sounds like some hot tea that's about to be spilled here. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. This person has a major daddy wound, and it looks like either their father wasn't there for them or there was some sort of paternity issue. Okay, they weren't shown love by their father. They may even be very estranged from their father right now. Okay, now this is an Ace of Pentacles card. Okay, so this could be a card about them reconciling with the father energy, but there's definitely something here about not feeling loved by their father figure. What's this family vacation? We have 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is when everything kind of deconstructs for your person. If your person's with somebody else, it looks like the family vacation is when there's going to be this big breakdown, because your person is going to step into self-love and realize they deserve more. So new beginning in love manifested. What's this mental health issue? 10 of Swords. Yeah, really conflicted in the mind. I think there's a lot of things that are coming up for your person. Past pain, betrayal, hurt. Current pain, betrayal, hurt. Okay? Just consumed by their thoughts, feeling burdened by life. 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay? I think that's mental exhaustion. And what's this late night visits? The Empress. For some of you, they are visiting you in the astral, you visiting them. But every time they fall asleep, it's like they're getting a new vision, a new dream, more clarity. We have 5 of Swords in reverse. More clarity as to who you are to them. And they think that you are a gift from their ancestors. What's happening right now on their twin flame or soulmate journey, their spiritual journey? What's happening on their spiritual journey right now? Spiritually, what's happening? We already picked up on some kind of astral projection going on. We have researching soul connections. And we have Pisces. And you're Pisces and intuitive. We have mission. Okay, so it looks like this is them stepping into their purpose, recognizing that there's a higher calling for their life out there, and they are being summoned by spirit on path, onto their path right now. What's happening? We have paranormal activity. Yeah, definitely. I mean, this person has been activated, right? Once the heart is open, you're cracked wide open to spirit. You turn on that empathy, that empathic ability, and you're wide open. So this person being very receptive at this time. Yeah, that's my new Rasta hairstyle, guys. I like to change my hairstyle often. We have deception. So there's some kind of sneakiness that's happening around your person right now. It comes back again, research and soul connections. Okay. So for some of you, that person might know the twin flame terminology, but they definitely know that you are a soul. You're part of their soul tribe and you're a soulmate. And then we have soul star chakra, which is a chakra that I associate with the Akasha. So we're talking about past lives, we're talking about karma, but we're also talking about the gift from the ancestors. This is 8th chakra, right? And in monarchy and many other religions, this is a chakra that's meant to hold especially ancestral memory and soul memory. So this is your person, as I said, remembering who they are. Let's see this paranormal activity. We have judgment in reverse. So before, your person was totally closed off from the spirit world, okay? It's because they were so codependent. They were just kind of drowning in their addictions. But now that they've had this heart awakening here, they are becoming the visionary, the Knight of Swords, seeing everything crystal clear. And you see that the messenger spirit, the bird, is here talking to them. So they are being very receptive to spirit at this time. Spirit, what's this deception that's happening around them? We have the 8 of Cups. They're walking away from deception. Any kind of fakeness or even hint of fakeness or bad vibe that your person's getting right now, they are not even waiting to question their intuition. They are following their intuition one time. And really, I was about to say, releasing negativity. Research and soul connections. We have the 6 of Wands. And we have the Owl, the Hanged Man. Yeah, they're getting a higher perspective on everything that happened to you guys whilst they were deep in this ego, whilst they were behind that emotional firewall. Listen, I have to write down these terms that I'm coining. This emotional firewall that they were behind. Now they're seeing everything clearly, right? Including themselves, and they're seeing their power, they're seeing their worth. And, it's really pushing them into the highest version of themselves. Okay. Okay. Guys, let's get some messages from your person at this time. We're going to get messages from their higher self first. And again, this is another one of my decks. My first deck that I created, actually. A message from their higher self. We have ready to defend. And remember, Spirit say if they want you, they have to fight for you. Right? So they are ready to fight for this love, fight for this connection. They have gone into beast mode. Right? And they are focused. And they're focused on you. Now, this came out in reverse, but we have here deadly sins. So I think your person was really deep in their ego and deep in addiction. Now, addiction, when people hear addiction, people think, right away substances. But it doesn't have to be that. Addiction could be shopping, guys. Addiction could be watching too much YouTube videos, guys. Video games, all those different things. Anything that we use to disconnect from our reality and disconnect from our emotions and ourselves, that's addiction. Right? So They want to know, can they work things out? Like, can there be a meeting of the minds? Can there be this kind of co-regulation, co-creation of this relationship at this time? They want you to wait on them, okay? They're making their way towards you, but they don't want you to leave them behind. They see you as miles ahead of them, and it's like they're always playing catch up to level up. And it looks like previously they might have been torn between two lovers, but all the energies up here suggest. What does their 3D self want you to know at this time? And this is a messages of love oracle cards by All Things Intuitive. What does their 3D self want you to know at this time? Underneath the deck, we have obsession, right? So we come back here to the addictions again. And it says someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. And we saw it with your person, okay? All these thoughts about all the weird things that can happen, everything negative that can happen. They were consumed by these thoughts, consumed with fear. But now they're breaking free of that. And they're trying to move towards you. Because, fear is a lack of trust in spirit. We have intuition. You already know the answer you seek. So I think that's what your person wants you to know, that they're logging into their intuition. One. And they know that they have all the answers inside of them. And they know that they had all the answers all along. It's just that they were afraid to take the action that they were guided to take. We have friendship. This friendship is leading to more. So they want you to know that they regard you as a friend, but they don't want to stay just friends with you. They want to have everything with you. They want to have this romantic connection with you. They want you to, whether it could be co-parenting, life partners, whatever it is. They see themselves as being able to achieve it all with you. We have vulnerability. So they want to be open and honest with you. And they feel that they can do that because they feel that you are a trustworthy person. You can be completely open with this person. And they feel that they can be completely open with you. What else do they want you to know? Unavailable. This person is unavailable to give you all you deserve. So they want you to know that whilst they do plan to give you everything right now, they have their own healing to do. And for some of them, there are doors that they need to close before they open that door to you. Okay? Now, based on what we're seeing here, guys, what can we expect will be this person's next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading? We have the Artist, the Queen of Pentacles. And that's you. That's wifey material, husband material, partner material. We have the Four of Pentacles, holding on to you. They're not letting you go. We have Ma'at, Justice. Yeah, they want to do right by you. And we have Death in reverse. So they're still going to be going through this transformation a month from now. Fair enough. But their intention, though, is to do right by you. Okay? And for a lot of them, they're going to be coming forward and they're going to be either asking for your forgiveness or at least trying to explain why they did the things that they did previously. Okay? They see you as everything they could ever want and more. They see you as a creator. They see you as stable. They see you as someone who's passionate. They see you as someone who's creative. For some of them, they see you as their twin flame. It comes out in this card here again. Okay? They see you as their twin flame. Right? And they want to manifest this love relationship with you, but they're in the midst of this transformation that's happening here. Okay? All right. So based on what we're seeing here, what is the advice for you in this situation? for you in this situation just now. We have lost love, surrender, healing, and release. Okay, so maybe you are also mourning this connection. Maybe you have, maybe you thought you lost this person, and this triggered a big awakening process and healing process for you. But Spirit saying all is not lost. It's just a rebranding. It says reflection, illusion, self-examination, and distortion. Let's see what's happening here. And the card number 13 is a card of transformation. That's death, right? Okay. So let's have a look and let's see what this says. What you see around you mirrors what you feel within you. The chaos you perceive or experience in your physical reality simply reflects your own inner chaos and turmoil. If things are not working well in your outer world, what is it that is not working well within you? This card calls for a thorough self-examination. Do not merely skim the surface. You must delve deeper to uncover the truth. This will take time, patience, and commitment. Observe your thoughts and feelings throughout the day and make a note of negative or unconstructive thoughts and feelings. This practice over time will, in itself, help heal and restore balance to your life. It may be helpful to keep a diary in which you note your thoughts and feelings. What is it that triggers these thoughts and feelings? Journal writing will also help, provided that the journal is for your eyes only. It may also be helpful to seek professional advice from a qualified counselor or health practitioner who has experience in this field. Commit to this reflective journey, be disciplined in your approach, and you will never look back. The rewards will be greater than you imagined. And the affirmation here is, my heart is full of love and light, all is well in my world. I feel the peace within me, and this creates peace around me. I observe all I think and feel. Each negative thought or feeling is automatically transformed to love. So Spirit saying that this person is the only person that's prone to overthinking, negative thinking, and paranoia. Their Spirit saying this is also mirrored within you. And remember, we manifest from our thoughts and feelings. So whatever you're thinking, especially if you're a powerful manifester, is what's going to manifest in your life. So you have to really think about what you want to manifest today and hold on to that. Okay? All right, my love. So that was your reading. I hope that was helpful.